What preeminence then has the Jew, or what is the profit of circumcision? Much by all means. First, surely because the words of God were committed to them. For what if certain of them have not believed? Has their incredulity made the faith of God frustrate? God forbid. But God is true, and every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mayest be justified in thy words, and overcome when thou art judged. But if our iniquity commend the justice of God, what shall we say? Is God unjust that executes wrath? I speak according to man. God forbid. Otherwise, how shall God judge this world? For if the verity of God has abounded in my lie unto his glory, why am I also yet judged as a sinner, and not, as we are blasphemed, and as some report us to say, let us do evil, that there may come good, whose damnation is just. What then? Do we excel them? No, not so. For we have argued the Jews and the Greeks all to be under sin, as it is written, that there is not any man just, there is not that understands, there is not that seeks after God. All have declined, they are become unprofitable together. There is not that does good, there is not so much as one. Their throat is an open sepulchre, with their tongues they dealt deceitfully. The venom of asps under their lips, whose mouth is full of malediction and bitterness, their feet swift to shed blood, destruction and infelicity in their ways, and the way of peace they have not known. There is no fear of God before their eyes. And we know that whatsoever the law speaks, to them it speaks that are in the law, that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may be made subject to God, because by the works of the law no flesh shall be justified before him. For by the law is the knowledge of sin. But now without the law the justice of God is manifested, testified by the law and the prophets, and the justice of God by faith of Jesus Christ, unto all and upon all that believe in him. For there is no distinction, for all have sinned and do need the glory of God, justified gratis by his grace, by the redemption that is in Christ Jesus, whom God has proposed a propitiation by faith in his blood, to the showing of his justice, for the remission of former sins in the toleration of God, to the showing of his justice in this time, that he may be just and justifying him that is of the faith of Jesus Christ. Where is then thy boasting? It is excluded. By what law? Of deeds? No, but by the law of faith. For we account a man to be justified by faith without the works of the law. Is he God of the Jews only? Is he not also of the Gentiles? Yes, of the Gentiles also. For it is one God that justifies circumcision by faith and prepuce by faith. Do we then destroy the law by faith? God forbid, but we do establish the law.